What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Calibria Crystal Guardians video. Today we are back at it on Mephistophles' account. We're going to start the re-rune today. We're going to try to re-rune him a speed C12 team starting off, and then, as I said, we'll go down the list to L10 Hydra. And Hydra's going to be a lot of fun because he has so many good monsters for Hydra, so I can't wait to get to that. So that will probably be like 2 days from now. We can start doing his Hydra team, so I know you guys are really going to appreciate that one. And I'll try to, keep it. I'll try to do like a speed one for him and then also do like a free to play one for you guys. So this way we can all get some use out of it. But for today, we're going to start the re-rune. We're probably going to re-rune probably about like 5 monsters or something like that. The best I could do, but I'm going to try to get him a speed C12 team as an end result of today's video. So no further ado, guys, let's get into the video. And also, guys, thank you for letting me know the intro was too loud. I had it fixed. I had him fix it. So you'll notice in this video, the intro will not blow your earbuds anymore. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't realize how loud it was. And then when I looked at it in the editor, I realized that it was way, way outside of the dimensions. And that's why it was blowing your earbuds. And I am so sorry about that, guys. But it's all fixed now. So let's get into the video, guys. So today we're probably going to do Eve. So we're going to try to get him a giant speed team here. So we're probably going to do Eve, Archmage, which Archmage has pretty decent runes. I don't think we're going to have to change too much on Archmage. Shaman, Medusa. Who else do we want to mess with today? Medusa. He's not going to need Poseidon. Windwalker, but I think Windwalker's good, so we don't have to re-rune Windwalker. She's good where she is. She could use a little more HP, but that's okay. She should be fine for a giant speed team. We could do the Lynch, but I don't think we're going to be using him. So we'll just start from there. And we'll see where that takes us. So let's start with Eve first. Let's do Eve first because she's probably one of the best damage dealers in the game. So we'll start with her and get her on some really, really good runes. So let's check it out and see what she has on her now. She has attack. She has crit damage. And she has attack. Now, what we're going to try to do here is we're going to look in the box first and see if he has anything. Now, the thing is, she has max runes, so it's going to be hard to match these stats. But as he goes on, he can eventually, max out the runes. It's just about getting more quality and more speed on her. We do want a little bit more speed. Yes, she is a damage dealer, and, you don't put too much speed on your damage dealers, but you do want some speed on your damage dealers at the end of the day because you want them to be taking, as many turns as possible, even though they are a damage dealer. Let's see what we got here. I'm probably gonna have to look through the other monsters. That's probably gonna be the best bet here, especially if we want to keep her on conflict. Now, I don't know if we necessarily want to keep her on conflict because I don't know if we care about her giving attack to the rest of the team as more as we want attack on her. I am pretty sure that the attack also applies to her as well. So let's see what else we have here. So we got Archmage. And you guys know this could be a real grueling process because he's just got so much stuff. Let me just check his storage here. You see, he's got so much stuff in storage as well. And these will probably all have attack. He's got no space. I should have looked at this before we started, but that's okay. You can tell he's been farming campaign. He 6-starred the Jungle Heart for me, which is amazing. Thank you for doing that for me, getting that Jungle Heart out of the way. So eventually when we get to your lair team, we won't have to worry about 6-starring anything. Okay, so now we got some space. Let's move this over. What else is going to have attack runes? We actually want to do a succubus too. We want to have a succubus that's really, really fast for speed teams because she's an AoE attack buff and an AoE defense break. So we probably want her on our speed team as well. So anything else that's going to have attack runes, the Bone King. Let's move all of this stuff over. So let's get the Bone King. Let's get the Vampire. I think that should do it. I think that should be enough to find some good runes for Eve. Okay, so let's check now. Let's see what we got on these Holy Swordsmans. Let's see what we got here. Attack, crit rate, magic, though. We don't really want to put a magic rune on anybody. This only has 7% crit rate. So again, yeah, the issue is going to lie that a lot of these runes are rare and magic, so that is going to be a problem. But we could still The biggest issue is just going to be sorting through all of this stuff and trying to find his actual best stuff. Now, I almost want to put this set on her, except it doesn't have a lot of crit rate or attack. Now we got a succubus here. Let's de-rune one of these succubuses. Because succubus, you kind of want her on agile because you want her really fast at the end of the day. So let's get rid of, let's take these runes off of her. So we can start ruining a succubus here. Because I feel like a succubus is going to be really, really good for like any speed team that you're doing, whether it's like for, you know, Leviathan or Giants or anything like that. Succubus is a really good thing to have on the team. So let's start by de-runing the stuff that we're going to re-rune. So let's de-rune Shaman as well, because these hit percentage things gotta go. You never want to run hit percentage on your slot 6. Maybe early game, maybe like super early game, it's okay. But once you get later in the game, you definitely don't want to be running slot 6 hit percentage. And I notice you have that on a lot of your monsters. The same with crit damage. Windwalker we're gonna leave alone. She's fine. So now we got Shaman. We can actually use Arcanist too, but I think you can have an even faster speed team. I don't even think we need Arcanist. The only issue I really have with Eve is her speed. So let's leave her alone for a second. Okay, let's leave her alone. Archmage is going to be on the team. I think he's good. I think Archmage is good the way he is. Now, I don't like his crit damage. So we're going to de-rune him too because I don't like his crit damage at all. He's definitely going to need more crit damage. So let's just de-rune him as well. Now, whether we go with attack sets or conflict sets, it's going to give practically the same attack overall anyway, so I don't think that's going to matter too much. At this point, we're just looking for a stable speed team and to get these monsters runed, you know, the proper way all around. And Medusa as well, I've seen that she does have immunity in Berserk, but the problem is this right here. This hit percentage has to go. This crit damage has to go. I can see why people would think that way, like, but it takes away from so much of her other stats. Like having a crit damage slot 4 and having a hit percentage slot 6 takes away from so much defense and HP that like when you go against, like when you're in PvP, you're gonna get one shot like 90% of the time because you don't have enough, you know, support stats. That's why I always stick to, like, if it's attack based, I go attack based. If it's support based, I go, or assist based, I go, or tank based. The three of them, I go, you know, strictly that. I try not to mix DPS and support unless I'm building hybrid, and then that's a different case. But that's just like really, you know, for niche monsters that you are gonna build hybrid. So let's see what we have so far. So now we have Archmage, we got Eve. We can actually use Elven Queen instead of Windwalker. We could start with Windwalker, and then eventually we can re-rune Elven Queen as well, because I feel like what we have now is going to take long. This is going to take like a half an hour, guys, maybe even longer. I learned from re-runing my account that this stuff takes forever. See, now, like on the Vampire, now you would want him to have crit damage slot 4. We can even put the Bone King on the speed team eventually as well. That could be another one. Just trying to look through and just see if you have any like maxed out attack stuff. No crit rate, we don't want that. Hit percentage again, we don't want that. So let's start with Succubus. Let's see if we can get Succubus on a agile set. Okay, speed maxed out. Even though this is a common rune, again, now that he's gonna have a giant speed team, he can really start farming his agile runes and really start getting better ones. Now this has attack and speed. We're gonna have to upgrade this, but we're gonna go with that for sure. Speed hit percentage. We're gonna go with that one. Damage, we don't want that. Crit rate, we definitely don't want that. See if we have a slot 6 maybe. Defense, hit percentage, perfect. Okay, now what's our second set going to be? We want her to be a little tanky, or maybe a focus set if you have it. Not sure if you're going to have a focus set though. Defense, I don't think we want to put double defense. No, we don't want to put double defense. We want defense HP. Otherwise, her HP is just going to be way too low, because you do need some HP at the end of the day. Now, you could tell he didn't farm that much C12. You can definitely tell, unless he just has his runes all over the place. So let's see if we can find a blessing set on somebody else for that slot, or we'll just go all. We can just go all Swift, and that'll make her heal at the end of every turn, which could also be pretty good. She seems to have a lot of conflict runes. Let's take these runes off of him too. Hit percentage. I see you going a lot of hit percentage slot 6. That you definitely don't want to do this. Definitely want to get rid of these hit percentage slot 6 runes. Now, in this video, I am going to be de-runing a lot of stuff, and I'm going to probably leave it de-runed, but don't worry. As the days go on, we're going to get all these runes back on everybody. Because I'm going to start like re-runing stuff, and then you're going to farm. So I'm going to re-rune, and you're going to farm. So you're going to farm it, I'm going to de-rune it, re-rune it, and you're going to farm it, and then we're going to take the new runes, and we're going to start replacing them for your old runes, and this is how we're going to get your account into shape. Let's de-rune this one too, just in case we want to use this for Eve. Now, I know you're probably using a lot of this stuff for Guild Wars, but Guild Wars is going to have to take a back burner. It's going to have to go on the back burner for now. Eventually, you'll get back to it. Don't worry. But for now, the most important thing is just getting these monsters where they need to be. So now, where were we? We were on... We're going to leave it alone for now. Who were we just... Oh, this is gonna be so confusing. Oh, Succubus. Okay, so we were on Succubus. I don't think we have a blessing system. We're gonna need a slot. We're gonna need a slot 4 with HP, with a lot of HP. Maybe he has conflict that has HP. It's got a lot of conflict runes. Defense again. He's got a lot of defense. Where is the HP? Is there HP? Hit percentage. Has no speed though, but let's see if we can find one with speed. Defense. He's got so many defense ones. Defense. Where are the HPs? Oh, so this is going to be the best one. HP with the hit percentage. Now at least this will give some extra attack to his attackers. Let's see if we can find something else that has a lot of speed. Oh, this is good. So now let's see where she's at. And now remember, all these runes have to be upgraded still. So it's going to make her stats even better. So she's 85 speed. I'd like her to be a little bit faster. You see how much hit percentage we got on her now. And now if you wanted to, you could even run the Medusa lead, and you'll be well over the 80%, because you only need about 80% for dungeons. It's about 75 to 85% that you need for actual dungeons. You do not need 100% for dungeons. 100% is more for, you know, PvP, and even then I don't think you need 100, because you still got to go through the resistance accuracy check. So I think even in that case, you really wouldn't need 100%. Like, it probably makes you feel better at the end of the day, but I really don't think you actually need it. All right, so she's good. And then I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to upgrade all of these runes, and then we'll get back to the actual speed team. I just want to show you guys the actual re-rune. So now let's get Shaman on a Berserk set, of course. Now just remember, after this, you're gonna start grinding C12. You're gonna use the speed team, and you're gonna grind C12 until you cannot grind it anymore. So again, we want hit percentage on him, and we want him very, very tanky, and we want him very, very fast, but we do not want him faster. Oh, actually, he could be fast, because he's gonna put up the spell that does damage, so he could be faster than Succubus. Actually, ideally, we wouldn't want him faster than Succubus, but it's okay. And he has such a high base speed, it's gonna be much easier for us to get him to that threshold. We just want to make sure we get enough hit percentage on him. Speed, I don't know. Sometimes I just put on runes just for the speed. Hit percentage, crit rate, speed. speed. I think this is the best because that's hit percentage. We got to make sure we get the hit percentage without going slot 6 hit percentage. That is the one thing we don't want to do. This is a really tanky rune. But this has 14 speed. So let's put that on him. And I think that's going to... You see, now we're not going to have to worry about speed anymore. Now we can just really worry about hit percentage. Hit percentage and... crit damage. We don't want that. Attack. Attack. Defense. I can hear the garbage man outside. Can you guys hear the garbage? Probably. This mic picks up so much stuff. Hit percentage. No, we definitely don't want that. Resistance. Resistance. HP. That's what we want. Now we can either go a full berserk set or we can put him on like... let's go full berserk set because the more turns he takes, and since you have the berserk runes, let's go full berserk set because we need a defense one. Defense. Defense. That is HP. Okay. So defense. Speed. We don't need any more speed. We really need some more hit percentage. We're close because we're going to use probably Medusa as the lead anyways. This actually has hit percentage. This one isn't too bad. And it's a legendary, so at least you can get some use out of this legendary because you probably got this rune and was like, it's not that good because it really doesn't look that great. But we can definitely get some use out of it here. And then we're going to go with the defense and crit rate. So we'll give a crit rate and crit damage. So we'll give him a little bit of damage as well. So, all right, so now we got Shaman. We got Windwalker. We got Succubus. So now who else is in that team? Oh, Archmage and Eve. So I think Eve is going to be okay. I don't think we're going to have to re-rune her too much. I just want to get a little more speed. I know keeping the attack slot too is probably important, but at the same time, I think speed is just as important. So we'll see what happens there. We want to get him on an attack set for sure. So attack crit rate, perfect. Hit percentage. I don't think we need hit percentage on him at all. Speed, crit rate. Of course, the guardsman picks now to put on his beeper and all that stuff. Sure, if I can hear it, you guys are definitely going to hear it. Which is funny because it's probably like a block away from us. Crit rate, attack speed, that's good. Probably going to end up putting a lot of the same runes that he had on him already, to be honest with you. Just because they're maxed out. Except this, we're going to change to that one right there. Defense. I think we can get a better one than that. Crit rate, defense. It depends what that rolls. If that rolls crit rate, it'll be good. Crit rate, attack, hit percentage. We don't need hit percentage. Crit rate, defense. I think we're going to go with this one and hope that it rolls 2 crit rates. If it doesn't, we can always come back to it. I don't think you have an attack. Oh, you do have an attack. Let's do that. Hit percentage, speed attack, speed crit rate. Let's go with that. Yeah, so once we upgrade these, he should be okay. He's going to be a little slow, but we got speed on that one, so that one should upgrade to speed. Again, they don't need to be too fast. I think it's going to work. I think the team should work just like this. Let's just see if we have any better options for Eve. Again, the point of this is just so that he can start really grinding C12 at a fast pace. So this way we can get some new, fresh, legendary, heroic 6-star runes. And that's when we can really start, you know, rerouting these things the way we want to. And not having to settle, you know, for certain things. But she has all max runes, so I just can't see us changing anything on here right now. No, we're just going to leave her alone. I think this should work. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to upgrade these runes and I will be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. Okay, that was a lot. I don't know if you see how much calendar we used, but that probably took like 25 minutes to sit here and upgrade all these runes. Now, the only runes I really maxed out were the runes on the damage dealers, but I'll show you guys here in the run. And another thing I want to show you guys as well is the growth plan. Anybody that always asks, is there a level 7 growth plan? And yes, there is. It's this right here. You collect, you get a Pacific, you know, lawful, chaotic, you know, hero once you collect 100 chips, and then you get to pick which one you want. So like someone like me, if I didn't have Mountain King, I would pick Mountain King. So just so you guys know, there is a level 7 growth plan, and it looks crazy, crazy intensive. So it just looks like there's like forever grinding in this growth plan. That is so funny. Okay, so now let's check out what we got here. Let's check out our final results and see what we have here. So this was, yeah, this was kind of the team, but now I don't think we need Medusa as the lead. So let's check and see what we did here, so I can show you guys the results of what we got here. See, now we have all the hit percentage we need. We could even run Medusa lead to put us over that 100% if we really wanted to be like super safe. I don't think we need to, but we can. So we actually want to change this as well. We want that skill and we want this skill. This way you guys can see the skills that we're using. This is our Medusa. I actually didn't rune Medusa. I realized after that I didn't rune her, so I threw runes on her, and I'll show you guys now what runes we went with on her. I went with an immunity set just because this was the best runes that he had, like that were like close to maxed out, and that just fit her perfectly. So that's why I threw those runes on her. And again, she's got a lot of hit percentage. She's tanky now. She's, you know, she could take some hits now. She won't die. The Windwalker is exactly the same, so I don't need to show you that. In Archmage, I maxed out his slot 2, 4, and 6. Just because he's a damage dealer, so you always want the damage dealers to be maxed out. So I think this team can do it. I'm trying to think what I normally run on my account. So hard to remember, like when you don't see the account in front of you. I think it's something similar to this, except I don't run Eve. I'm trying to think what, oh, the Succubus. That's what I want. I want to try this. And this is the Succubus that we came up with today. She's really fast now. She's got enough hit percentage without having to have a slot 6 hit percentage. I'll show you guys. You see defense, HP, and speed. And that's the way you guys want to make sure that you're ruining your, you know, mid game to late game monsters. You definitely do not want to be running a hit percentage or crit damage on your supports. It will not help you long term. It's actually probably going to hinder your progression in a way, because you're going to end up getting like one shot a lot, and you're going to ask yourself like, why do I keep getting one shot? And that's probably why. I don't think we need to run Medusa lead in this. I think we can do this. Let's try it. Let's try. Hey, you got to try it. See what works. See what doesn't work. Let's try this. Let's see how this works, and then we'll take it from there. You know, I think this is actually going to work really good, though. I think this is going to work good, and I think this is going to be a perfect speed team for him to run for like, you know, the next week or two. Which I'm going to keep ruining monsters, you know, with the best I can with the runes that he has. So the more grinding he does on his part, like outside of me making videos, the faster we can actually get everything ruined on his account. You know, this way we can start getting into, you know, the late game content. But like I said, like this stuff alone took me probably over about an hour and a half just to get this team situated. So that's why I said that there's just no way I could do all of this in one review session, because this account is just way too major for that. And I enjoy doing this, guys. I enjoy helping you guys. It's my pleasure. I love doing it. It's one of my favorite things about YouTube. So, and then just, you know, getting the results out of it. We might even want to switch Windwalker for Elven Queen in the future, because yeah, I see she's dying too fast. I think we're gonna switch. This team should work fine for now, but I definitely think we're gonna switch Windwalker for Elven Queen, because I think Elven Queen is just gonna be better for this team, in my personal opinion. It's just the runes that she had on her were not good. Yeah, see, this team is not, maybe too speedy. Maybe we have to go with more accuracy. Okay, so that didn't work. That didn't work, guys. That was a fail. I just think it's the monsters that we put in here. Let's try. Let's get rid of Succubus. I'm trying to think of what I used to do on my team to make it more of a safer speed team. Try something like this, but what runes does Una have? Okay, Una has decent runes. I don't know if she's gonna be fast enough. We can do that, or we can do the Druid, because the Druid strips the attack buff, so we can make this more of a safer speed team. We can do something like this. This might work. Just trying to get him something that he can run for now, and then max the rest of those runes out. I definitely think Elven Queen is going to be better than Windwalker in this situation. I feel like if we run Elven Queen, we're not going to need... I don't know what her stats are. Yeah, she's got really bad. It gives us a backup defense break as well. So then we got Shaman and Elven Queen doing the defense break. Let's try this. Let's see how this works. Just trying to get him like a 1 minute team, like a 1 to 1.5 minute team that he can run for now. So this way he can start really farming these C12 rooms so we can, you know, adjust his agile sets. Because he really is lacking agile sets. Agile sets, blessing sets. He's really lacking those. I know a lot of people say he doesn't need those, but trust me, they are good to have, especially agile sets. Agile sets are very, very good to have. Especially just to make him that little extra bit tankiness that you need, especially in stuff like this. Now this team is definitely going to be a little bit slower, but I definitely think this team is going to be 100% reliable. And I totally forgot to check Elven Queen's skills to make sure that she had the right skills on. So we're definitely going to have to check that after. I could probably see here if she has the right skills on though. All right, so she's got the speed boost, so that's good. That's the right one. And we just want to make sure that she has the immunity one on the third. The immunity invincibility is good to have. This way the giant can't one-shot us. Like I said, this is more of a safe team, but I think this is the team we're going to go with for now. Because his runes I don't think are ready for a speed team quite yet. It's just because a lot of the runes you got to understand are magic, common, and rare. So with that being said, it's like it's hard to run a speed team. Like even for me now, like, and my runes are pretty decent. The ones I use on my speed team, even me sometimes it gets, you know, it fails here and there. It's because you really need high quality runes to run speed teams because you got to make sure you're really putting that damage in. But I think this team is going to work perfect. I think this is the team we're going to go with for now. And then Elven Queen in the next video, we will change her runes and get her, or probably just switch her with Windwalker's runes. But we probably want her on a Berserk set. We probably want Elven Queen on a Berserk set as well. So something like that, but we'll probably switch. Yeah, see, they won't get one shot like the other team was. I think this is the team we're going to stick with for now. I am happy with this. As long as this team is not over like a minute 40, I'm happy with it. Which I don't think it is. And once we get Elven Queen on some better runes too, 147 could be. That was only run, so it could be. Yeah, these are what we need blessing, but this is a bad one. This is what he needs. Some blessing runes. Probably get rid of the Druid. Probably get rid of the Druid for. Definitely want that. We could probably get no. I think we're running this for now is the best way to go for him. He probably doesn't need that. He could probably run it like this. So let's try it like this. Let's see how this works. And if this works, then we'll say run this for now for like the next couple days. Just start really grinding those agile sets because I'm so short on agile sets. Like I had no agile runes. And for speed teams, you really want agile runes because the faster your monsters are, the faster the speed team is going to be, and the better off you're going to be overall because your monsters are just going to be taking so many turns, and that's the whole point of a speed damage team is damage and speed. Those are those are the two most important things you would want on your speed damage team. But I think this is the team we're going to go with for now, and we got, you know, 5 monsters in the right direction. Once he maxes out those runes, those monsters are going to be perfect, and then we can move on to the next set of monsters and so forth and so forth. And then we can really start putting like a speed team together. Let's hope the Elven Queen does not get one shot here. If that guy would have moved, he would have one shot that Elven Queen for sure. He does it to me all the time. Those Auric Warriors they're nasty, man. They can one shot anything. And if you have a defense break up, forget about it. You are finished. That thing is gonna one shot you, no problem. Yeah, but this seems to be working good. It's not the fastest that I wanted. It's not the speed team that I wanted. But like I said, just going through the runes and re-runing stuff, I'm realizing that he just doesn't have the damage yet. And I'm sure I can go through his monsters and probably go with Eve instead of Archmage and get it there. But it's just not something we're going to do overnight. It's just not something that's going to happen overnight. But I think this is a good team that he can run for now. And I think it's going to be between probably like the 120 to 2 minute mark, which isn't bad at all. He can just set it to auto, do his 5 autos over and over and over again, and before you know it, we're going to get some good agile, some good blessing runes, and we'll be able to get this team where it needs to be. As long as it's not failing. My thing is failing. I want 100% success. That's the one thing that I look for making these teams is 100% success. So as long as we can achieve that, I'm happy. Yeah, I don't think we need the accuracy lead, so we definitely don't need to run an accuracy lead. Yes, yeah, it's perfect. This team is good. This is the team we are going to go with for sure. 153. It's still a little slow, but I think we don't want that. I think we're going to go back to this skill on Elven Queen, and then once we change order, I just want him to have a team to be able to run for now. Let's go back to that, because this gives them less turns and us more turns. And remember, her runes are terrible. Probably better off just going with a debuff team, to be honest with you guys, instead of Archmage. Probably better off going with something like this. Now, I don't know what his Abyss Lord has. He's just not ready for a speed team quite yet. I know he has the monsters guys, but he just doesn't have the runes yet, so I think running a full debuff team is probably going to be the way to go here. Let's try. So one on counterattack and one on strip. So this can be a really solid debuff team. Like I said, you can go with any team that I'm showing you here. So whatever team you like, that's the team you can go with. I'm just trying to give you some different teams that you can run. Whatever team you'd like best, that's the team you can go with. Now let's try a full debuff team. Let's see how. Oh, you have Arcanist. I could have put Arcanist. Epic fail. Spaceballs. Let's put Arcanist. I'm gonna waste some energy here. I forgot that you have Arcanist. Let's put Arcanist on this team. We put Arcanist. I don't think we're gonna need the Druid. I don't think we're gonna need the Druid in this team. Let's just hope that she has some. Okay, she's decent. I don't know. She can't really take a hit though. I think she'll be okay just for examples. Just make sure she's got the right skills. Debuff spread. Is that debuff spread? Yes, that's it. Attacks with additional time. Attacks an additional time up to 4 more times. Energy without buffs are targeted first. Go with this one. Let's try this. Let's try the old-fashioned debuff team. Let's see how this works. And again, you can go with any team that I've showed you here. They're all good teams. They're all going to be fine. Just want to leave you with a good team. Oh, you got a lot of immunity on this team. I didn't even realize how much immunity you have on this team. Almost everything has immunity except for Elven Queen. You must be using this stuff in. But you see that? Look at that. Look at that beauteous debuffs. Debuff teams now are obviously they're a little bit longer, but they're much safer over time. You know they're not going to fail. But again, it's going to be totally up to you at the end of it. At least we got like 5 monsters re-runed. Now you can start, maxing out those runes because those runes are very good. We got very good runes on most of these monsters now. Well, on the 5 that I re-runed. So at least we're starting somewhere. We're breaking somewhere. Me personally, I think I'm gonna like this debuff team a lot. But it's up to you. You can run the other Archmage team. You can run this team. It's totally up to you. Just trying to give you some options here. But you see all these. If you guys are looking for a debuff team, this is the team. 2 Abyss Lords, a Medusa, and an Enchantress, and an Elven Queen. This team is going to put up so many debuffs. It's not even funny. It's going to be just crazy silliness. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this, guys. I'm having a lot of fun just playing around with stuff, and just because on my account, I'm so focused on like certain things. It's so hard for me to play around anymore. So this is actually a lot of fun for Spaceballs. Let me know in the comments what team you guys like best. What team you think he should go with. Should he go with the attack-based team? Should he go with the debuff team? The debuff team, look at that. Like, it's crazy how good it works. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to use the debuff team. But I think debuff teams are so reliable and they're so safe and they're not that bad. They don't take that long. This is probably going to be right around the 2 minute mark, I would think. The Archmage team is definitely going to be faster overall, don't get me wrong. But this team is going to be 100% reliable. So let me know in the comments what you think, guys. Also, guys, if we're going to close this one out very shortly. So if you guys are not a part of, because I'm not going to be doing like an outro anymore. Oh, so that didn't work. Yeah, because we're going to have to re-rune his Abyss Lords. They're probably not runed right. Yeah, see, he's got these hit percentage, and he's got these hit percentage slot 6s, which really messes up. And he probably has it on Arcanist too. He probably has a hit percentage on Arcanist too. So let's go back to the first team that we had. This team is going to work great. Let's go back to this team, and then we're going to close it out. What was the other one we had? It's so confusing. He's got so many monsters. It's just like I never know which to go with. Now you can either go with the attack or the accuracy. Now I put fairly enough accuracy on all of these monsters to where you probably shouldn't need an accuracy lead. But as I was saying, guys, today is Thursday, so tomorrow we're going to be picking the winner for the giveaway, for the 500 sub giveaway, and we are like so close to 600 sub, guys. Thank 600 subs, Spaceballs. It's too early for you, Spaceballs. So, but we're so close to 600 subs, guys. I cannot thank you enough. As always, I love you guys. So right after this giveaway, we'll be going into another giveaway, as always, because you guys keep these giveaways rolling, and I love you for it. So if you're not a part of the giveaway, make sure you go down to the description, guys, and you get a part of the giveaway, because today is going to be the last day that you're going to be able to do that. Also, make sure if you want to be a part of the random giveaway, you're commenting and liking on all of the videos, because we're going to be doing a random giveaway very, very soon. But other than that, guys, I love you guys. I just love talking to you guys. You guys are amazing. And I am sorry about the outro, guys. I really am. But it's fixed now. So let me know in the comments if it sounds better in your earbuds. Spaceballs probably blew out your earbuds. Something died already. Oh, Archmage. This team should still, even if Archmage dies early on, this team still should be fine. The problem is we're running a mix between damage and debuffs, but this team Medusa should always carry this team home. I would feel like it will always do okay. Let's just watch it and make sure. Archmage is just there as, you know, just there to give that little extra damage. If he can make it to the boss, he does huge damage. But I don't necessarily think we need him to make it to the boss, as long as Medusa makes it to the boss. But that is going to happen sometimes. Those Arc Warriors, I told you, those things are nasty. And those things sometimes just come out of nowhere, and they just one-shot anything, no matter what it is. Come on, Medusa, get your... Probably better off running this with an accuracy lead, just to be safe. No, there she goes. See, Medusa will never let you down. Medusa, she is broken. she is like a cheat code in this game. If you have Medusa, she's always going to carry you to victory. Even if nothing else makes it, as long as Medusa makes it, she's going to carry this team to the end. That's why you always got to have Medusa on your team. No, I'm only kidding. You could always find replacements. I think the Mummy would work just as good, as long as he has good enough runes on him. But you see, like, we lost Archmage early, and this team still works totally fine. Here we go. I would probably run this team with the accuracy lead, though. Just for now, just to be safe. Look at that. Look at that rune. Look at that. So yeah, I'd probably run it like this, just to be safe. Just to be safe. All right, but I could do this all day long, guys. I can go back and forth on all these teams, but you get the drift. Mephistophles, pick one of the teams I showed you. Run it for the next couple days. Farm us up some agile runes, because we really need some agile runes. But other than that, thank you so much for letting us play on your account once again. This is part 2 of the series. We're probably going to have like 50 parts of this series. But again, guys, thank you guys so much for the support. I love each and every single one of you. But I'll see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.